Beginning from about 2 years ago, I kept telling you that Bitcoin is going to go down, it's going to plummet down. I told you that. Even all these cryptocurrencies. Many of you did not believe me, you still kept buying Bitcoin, and then it went down. I want to tell you the reason why Bitcoin went down. Okay? It's simply because there's a system, a hidden system of government that is suppressing and pushing down Bitcoin. In other words, they do not want Bitcoin to become so powerful because that means that takes their power away from them. In order to control human beings, you should be able to control their money because money is power. That's why Jesus Christ said you cannot serve God and mammon because mammon is a god of money, the love of money. So, according to Jesus Christ, mammon is a god. That means money, the love of money, is God. It's a small god. So, the devil will never allow something like Bitcoin that is decentralized to actually succeed. The only thing they might do is to bring down a watered down version of cryptocurrency that they can monitor, they can control. That version, they can put up with it. But the version that they cannot control, that cannot go anywhere. Are we together? I warned you. Some of you kept buying it, and now it's just going down. And listen, and it's still going down. Are you hearing me? It's still going down. I prophesied about before Luna collapsed. I prophesied 1 month before it did, and then it indeed collapsed, went down to zero, and I know it was even first crept off the market and reinstated. So all the things I kept prophesying them, why? Because the number one reason as to why this happened is because of the one world government. Okay, they cannot allow something like Bitcoin to succeed. They cannot unless it's modified. Now the world is increasingly becoming interconnected. It's becoming increasingly interconnected. Meaning, for example, you saw what happened in Ukraine. Russia just invaded Ukraine, and then the whole world is affected. The prices of gas and commodities. That tells you that we are getting into a generation where one leader can control the whole world with just one push of a button. He can determine your future. He can freeze all your assets with just one push of a button. And the Antichrist wants that to happen very fast. So therefore, the church, the Spirit of God told me today that you need to tell the church to rise up in order to be the restraining force against the Antichrist. In 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 5 to 6 and 7, it talks about the restraining power so that the Antichrist may not come before his time. So you, the church, you are the restraining force against the Antichrist. Before he wants to come before his time. Okay? That's why he's suppressing Bitcoin and all these things. Therefore, leaders, church leaders, Christians, you need to get into politics, get into governance. That's what the Spirit of God is saying. Christians should avoid just, you say we're just praying in the church for everything to go well. Prayer is part of the thing, but it's not the whole thing. We need to get into politics, into governance, and into the economy. We need to get into key sectors because once the enemy controls money, he will be able to control billions of people. So this doctrine of we are here on earth, we are going to heaven, and you just want to leave the world and go. For whom are you going to leave the world? How many people are dying in the world? All the people born yesterday, today. Are you going to leave them to the Antichrist? This doctrine of making the church focus only on going away to heaven and abandon the earth. Jesus said, go ye into the whole world and make disciples of the nations. Are we together? He didn't say run out of the world. The reason you got born again and you did not die is because Jesus Christ wants you to bring the world back to him.